What does it mean to be a hoe? The dictionary states a garden tool or an especially promiscuous woman, known to have multiple partners, often synonymous with a prostitute. I couldn't find any variations of the term hoe that related to males. It was always directed towards females. There were words specifically aimed towards men using a similar definition, but the words didn't share the same connotation, meaning that they don't share the same level of shame by association. There's no real negativity. The word hoe is utilized as an offensive term directed at mainly females. But who decides what is deemed as promiscuous? Or how many is too many partners? And why does society not attribute this now to men? Men generally view female promiscuity based on how many men a woman has slept with. Should a woman who openly enjoys sex in the same way that many men do have her worth demeaned and assessed by the general public just because of her gender? Hoe has become a common term for women who enjoy casual sex. What confuses me is why can you have two people of the opposite gender performing the exact same set of actions but attach negative words or labels to only one of those genders? Does that make sense? Why do we look at someone differently when society has labeled them a hoe, when in actual fact, their sexual desires do not amount to their complete character? Why does society have this hypocritical notion that when men behave in a manner, which technically would be defined as an act of being a hoe, that there is no stigma or negativity attached? Or is it truly just double standards that state men are just enjoying their sexuality? But then at the same time, if men have no problem with being promiscuous, and being promiscuous or playing around and sleeping with multiple women is just a part of being a man, then why do so many men lie to women about the number of other women they've slept with? A woman will say, "So how many women have you slept with?" A man that may have slept with 40 women will lie and say 8. That implies that men know there is actually a stigma attached to having so many sexual partners. I want you to think about this for a moment. If a woman who sleeps around is a hoe, then what is the man who slept with this so called hoe? She's such a hoe, but yet you had sex with her without a condom. Or the dudes who say, "Damn, all my homeboys hit it." Then why would you stick your penis somewhere that all of your friends have been inside? It takes two to tango, right? If she's such a hoe, then what are you for sleeping with her? If she's a hoe and you slept with her, doesn't that make you worse than a hoe? It seems so many men expect women to have such high standards when they themselves lack any at all. It seems as though the world is being designed to oppress women. And what truly defines a hoe? Have you ever heard of the lock and key analogy? Because I know it's coming. I know somebody in the comment section is going to say this. "Boy, you know, if a key opens a lot of locks, then it's the master key. But if a lock is opened by a lot of keys, then it's a shitty lock." Because men use this as a way to shut down women in regards to discussions about sex. Let me debunk that. The lock and key analogy is retarded. This is how you shut it down. The lock theory, it kind of makes sense. Kinda. When you're talking about keys and locks. But we're not. We're talking about humans. But let's go with it for a moment. The guy's penis is the key. If it works in many holes, then it's then classed as a master key. Okay, that analogy kind of works, but then again, it also doesn't. Any guy can put their penis in a woman because every guy will fit in a vagina. Because believe it or not, a woman's vagina, when not aroused, it isn't all that big. However, it's only after arousal and insertion of things that it can and does expand by up to 200% in size. This means that any penis can fit in just about any vagina. There is no guy walking around with a dick bigger and thicker than the size of a baby's head. So the analogy right there is already broken because, well, based on that logic and that theory, every guy essentially must have a master key. And if every guy has a master key, then I guess those keys are no longer special. They just become regular keys. And the penis would no longer be unique. Now, everybody can't be a master, right? everybody can't be the emperor, but the vagina can adapt and take shape of anything, which gives it more power, more control. And if you don't quite understand what I'm saying, fellas, then stick your dick in the door and see if it opens. If not, I guess your key sucks. And you better be careful sticking that key in any and every lock. What good is a key when it eventually turns to rust and gets crooked and bent? You're welcome, ladies. Peace, love, and coconut oil.
Hey man, that's racist. Please remember that from now on, brand new never before seen videos, as well as live streams, will only be available on my website, ikyg.com, via a Patreon subscription. ikyg.com is a Black-owned, Black-ran platform, 100% free from censorship. It's the only place where we don't have to worry about what we say and expressing ourselves. Make sure you check out the description and the comment section for important links, as well as information in video form that shows you what benefits you get when you support the site and join my Patreon. If you enjoyed this video and want to see more, then don't forget to subscribe and be notified every time I upload a video. For exclusive content and perks, check out my Patreon. This is where we have private live streams, group chats, live Q&As, live phone calls, and open topics. This is a safe space where you can interact with other like-minded people, make friends, send each other direct private messages, and so much more without any trolls. And yes, you get to use GIFs and images in the live chats. So what are you waiting for? This is a completely independent website, free from censorship. If you'd like to make a donation towards the site so we can continue to put out the truth without fear of being silenced, then please hit that donation button. It's greatly appreciated. Check out the rest of the site for videos, private and public live streams, find out all the tea, and make sure to utilize the Black Money section of the website. Advertise your business absolutely free to people that look like you, free forever. And don't forget to follow me on Instagram and Twitter at angel_IKYG.